defensive and offensive triggers that make them bite. So, trigger. You guys are a trigger for them to bite. Why is that? You are a threat to their resources. They don't know that you don't want their dog food or their toys or their people. They think you're there to take their things away from them. They have to protect it, right? Resource guards. Trespassers in general. It doesn't matter because if you're wearing your suit, most of you guys are like, well, because they know that I'm wearing my uniform. That's why they don't like me. But a couple seminars ago, your safety coordinator, which is wearing regular clothes, wearing a dress, got her as well. So it doesn't matter what you're wearing, it's just because you're a trespasser. Some dogs bite out of fear. Maybe they were abused, they're shelter dogs, we don't know. They were hit as a young dog, now they're just biting out of fear. Luckily, dogs like that don't bite too often, but they do bite. Frustration and boredom. You guys know some dogs do on the same route you guys have 6 days a week. That same dog is always in the backyard behind a fence. It never gets to go out, it doesn't get to do anything, doesn't get to socialize. It's just really bored all day long. So when someone comes up, what do they have to do? They don't have thumbs to hold a Game Boy or a cell phone. They have teeth. They use their teeth to do things, right? Movement. Movement causes movement. So every dog from a Chihuahua to a Pit Bull descended from a wolf, an ancestor of a wolf, right? So imagine a rabbit inside in the wilderness. It's right when the rabbit's right there and a wolf is stalking the prey. What happens? The rabbit takes off, the wolf chases after it. Movement causes movement. So do whatever you guys do not turn your back on a dog. I'm gonna show you what to do, okay? Ever turn your back on a dog, you start running away because if you start running, they're gonna run after you. It's just that simple. You have to stay calm, okay? They're faster than you. Doesn't matter how fast you are, they're faster than you, right? Luckily, only 2% of dogs actually do bite. We're trying to reduce that number to 0 or at least 1. But this is what we're here to show you to prevent that from happening. It's a love-hate relationship that you guys built over the years. You show up to the door, you knock, you drop off some mail, the dog barks at you, and you leave. You taught this dog that, hey, if I show aggression, you're gonna leave. That's what's happening, right? So we wanna show you exactly what to do in that situation. We all know that dogs that are usually tied to a tree or the backyard to a post or something like that are usually the most dangerous dogs. Very poorly socialized, doesn't get to go out with people and other dogs. All they do is bite, right? Cues to watch for. In a dog like this, or all dogs actually, if whoever has dogs here, when the dogs get extremely excited, what happens? The back of the hair, the hackles all stand up straight. That doesn't mean they're aggressive, it just means they're really, really aroused and they're really excited, okay? Also, a wagging tail does not mean happy. It just means excitement and arousal as well. So later when we send these guys to go bite your friends here, you're gonna see the tail wagging, okay? Because why? It's fun. It's a great thing to be doing because they love to bite. That's what dogs do, right? So dilated eyes. Right now, summertime's coming in. You guys might be wearing sunglasses like these guys over here, but you have to watch out for the eyes. The eyes, when they're fully dilated, that means they're taking in more light, meaning they can see everything a lot better. So if you can watch out for that, it's a very good cue. Ears like this, they're erect right now, right? They're very alert. They're pointing up. They can hear everything just like that. But if I touch her like this, her ears fold back, means submissive. Okay? But if not, later you'll see it. It's straight up. You're gonna see it, and she's gonna get you. For dogs like this, like Abby here, it's a floppy ear. Right now it's fold back as well. You can tell they're very laid back. But when they start broadening up like this to the side, they're listening to everything. So watch out for those ears, okay? Panting like this. Right now she's panting. That means that she's relaxed. But all of a sudden you see this. That means the dog is ready to do something. They're saving the energy to move forward, okay? Body posture. Any dog that leans forward is a very bad sign. Also, another bad sign on the opposite side is, like I said earlier, dogs that bite out of fear. Just because the dog is moving away from you, backing up, tail tucked under, you push the dog far enough, what's it gonna do? It's gonna have to go forward because it can't go back anymore, right? Let's see. But you gotta keep in mind, you guys are doing your job and the dog is doing its job, right? It's protecting its home, its resources, and its people, and you're just dropping off your mail, right? So it's a love-hate relationship, but we have to work with each other on this one. To avoid, what you wanna do is to avoid eye contact. If a dog is staring at you and you're trying to stare back at the dog, you're trying to tell the dog, I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm smarter than you, the dog doesn't understand that. They're very simple creatures. If you try to say, okay, and you push him forward, you're challenging the dog. You don't want to put yourself in that situation and gamble and lose, all right? So don't even try it. What you want to do is keep the dog in your peripheral vision and slowly back away. Never ever stare at it like this. And just, even if you're backing away, you're making eye contact. You're still challenging them. Don't make eye contact, okay?
So can we just look the other side then?
Exactly. So if you're gonna do this, keep her on the side like this.
Yeah, thank
Right?
you.
Never ever step towards a dog because this is their bubble. It's just like this guy. I don't know this guy, but if I keep doing this, eventually he's gonna get pissed off and he's gonna push back, right? So, right? So never ever step into a dog. That would just say, hey, you're in my space. I don't like it. I'm gonna go forward and get you. Okay?
Yeah, I stepped one time on the tail of the cat. The cat bite me.
That's a character there, right? And again, never ever turn your back on a dog, okay? That's number one. You don't have eyes in the back of your head. As soon as you start turning and running, dogs are lazy. They want to catch the first thing that's available. You're running this way, they're gonna get onto your legs or your pants, right? So you don't want to do that. No sudden movements. Again, my scenario of the rabbit in the wild. If you're just standing there, all of a sudden you take off, that's gonna cause them to be frustrated and go after you, okay? Don't be a victim. Screaming and yelling won't do anything. That'll just excite the dog more. We actually want these guys to scream and yell to get the dog excited, okay? So that's completely different. Use your surroundings and what's available to you at your advantage. Garbage can. Some days, you guys on your route, it is garbage day. If a dog's coming at you and you see it, grab a garbage can, slam it on the floor. That sound is loud enough to deter a dog to run away because they get very confused. I know you guys carry mace or pepper spray or some sort like that. You do?
Yeah.
Right? So this is your last resort because if they're coming at you and you put your hand out and you spray there and you miss, what happens? Lunch.
Lunch.
Right? This is lunch. You don't want to be bitten by a dog just like that, right? So what you want to do is, if the dog is already coming at you and it bit onto your bag or your arm or your leg, that is the best time to use it.
And
You can't miss.
the eyes or the mouth.
You want it in the nose,
Yeah.
the nose and the ears. Okay, because you
Oh, the
see,
ear?
if you have a dog, you give it a bath, water gets in its ear. What does it do? Shakes it because it's disoriented. So so nose and ears. That's where you want to aim for. Okay.
Not the eyes, huh?
Not, oh, it's pointless because dogs 60% of the brain is dedicated to their nose.
Oh yeah.
Right? So if you're messing up 60% of the brain already and the ears, they lost a lot of sense already. Okay?
That's
Water. Water is a great deterrent. I recommend using a lot of water. Even though we're in a drought, a couple seconds of water, if you're access to a hose in the front yard, turn it on, spray it in their face, same thing. They're gonna get confused and they're gonna drop the bite, okay? Air horn. An air horn, you can purchase one. I don't know if your safety coordinator will buy you guys one for the whole crew, but she said no. Okay, so if you can, go out to the store. You never have to use it unless you have to use it. It's about $5. A little mini air horn can. When it comes close enough, that sound is so loud, dogs hate it, they'll run away. Okay, that actually works pretty well.
Where do you buy that at?
You can buy that at Party City or Big Five Sporting Goods, something like that.
Party City.
So something like that. No, throw that out the window. That doesn't work. You're gonna learn it more, right? So there are a couple other things where your other colleagues at other areas said that does work sometimes. If a dog is coming at you, you take your mail out of your bag, you disperse it in the air. That's enough to confuse a dog so you can recollect yourself. To jump on top of a car, to get behind another fence, go into someone's home, whatever the case may be. Maybe not that person's home because they have a dog inside, but on top of a car is the best option there, okay? Especially it's best to get on top of a high car like a truck or something. If you're getting on top of a Corolla or something like that, it's still kind of short, and belongs to the floor, they can still get up if they really want to get you, right?
But usually when the dog attack, we usually go for the neck.
On another dog, not for a person. They get the first thing that's available. So if you're running like this, your arms are moving. They're lazy. They want to go after this. Okay, if you're running back, if you're running this way, what are you doing? Your heels are kicking up. They want to get your heels first, right? They don't. Why would they want to go all the way up here when they got something right here? Right? Dogs are lazy. Okay, unless you're trained not to be lazy. Another great way is if you're already getting bit. If a dog is on your arm or your leg, the best option to do is from here, reach over if you can, pick up the dog from its hind legs. Dogs are not trained to walk on their front legs alone, right? So once you pick them up from the hind legs, they're very disoriented. hold them out, drop them, and that's when you grab your pepper spray, do whatever you have to do. You guys carry pens as well, right? Most of you guys carry pens to sign packages. That's a good time if they're biting you. The best place to stab a dog is not in the neck, not in the eye, right in between the ribs, right here. This is where the heart is. Okay, on the left side of the dog, left side, the heart is right here. Take that pen, right there. Right in between, because you're gonna hit a rib and it's gonna slide through the ribs and straight to the heart of the lung. And that's where you wanna hit them. If you're trying to save your life and kill a dog, that's the best place to do it, okay?
The left side, you said, right?
Left side.
I got beaten by before.
I mean-
Do not let go.
What'd you do to it?
You just keep hanging. You know the owner come in and
Well, yeah, because it was just biting you.
no, the back. They just keep hanging.
Alright.
Oh, that's good, because that's what we're gonna show you here. Show you what to do with the bag, okay? And your best line of defense right now is your mail bag. For those of you actually are on route and walking on foot, we're gonna show you how to use your bag as a defensive barrier. So now Daniel's gonna take it off and we're gonna run through some scenarios.
Alright. That's our volunteer, by the way. Our volunteer. The one that talks too much.
Yeah, don't give him the stage.
Arnold, no more questions.
Arnold, your shoes.
Arnold, go ahead, man. Be my hero, okay?
Arnold with no jacket.
Give a big clap for Didi, guys. All right, Didi.
Hey.
So you step back here.
Wow, we have a debate.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
They're bring the one that comes from the kennel.
We used to do this one. We used to do this one. Yeah, so we used to do this one, but then this is not realistic enough. We want you to get the real experience now. So we actually want you to get fit on the body, right?
Oh my
Even?
goodness.
Ooh, this is heavy.
So you're gonna feel some tension, but that's why it's designed to be this tight.
I'm sorry. I don't want to fall. Oh my god. I'm gonna fall forward. Oh my god. My hips are too big.
Too small.
That's why. My feet supposed to My hips are too big.
It's gonna rain today. You should wear that today.
That's fine.
That's okay, Didi.
That'll be a good rain suit.
Okay, so just hang out here, okay?
There's a good rain
My
suit.
feet.
You can if you want. It's up to you.
Are they
It's
gonna
kinda
bite my
tough.
feet?
No, they're not gonna bite you. It'll be tough to walk. Back up. Okay, Chris? Yeah, we just had a fight.
Send it to
Okay. We just need some running space here.
Let me work with sister. It's just Diego, 10 times bigger.
It might come in at us instead of them. Oh shit.
Wash your fingers, okay?
Oh my god.
That's a meteor finger.
Ooh, that's a biggie.
Get the guy with the phone.
So before in previous post office, they're like, what happens if you have two dogs come after you? No, because at that time we only had one dog, right? So now we have two dogs, and then we're gonna show you what to do in that case.
Come here. He likes to bite the back, okay? So watch out. Heel.
Really trained this one.
Get him. Let's do some. There you go.
Watch your hand.
Watch your face.
Yeah. Excite him.
Don't get too low.
Out. Come.
He's gonna quit after this.
And then the other person can use the sleeve.
No jacket for Jason. No.
Down. You're down. No. No point. It doesn't matter what language you teach them. They only listen to the only.
So
Have her come out first.
Apollo astronaut.
No jacket.
So this one I want you to pretend like you're running, okay?
I fall.
No.
Then they gonna get you.
It'll be okay.
Oh, you need the pen just in case.
There goes one of your weapons.
Ready?
Yeah, just like a slow pace. Yeah, ready, 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 ready. Get him! Get him! She said, "Oh shit!" Get him! Don't pepper spray.
They're strong.
Pull him, Bear! Pull him!
Oh.
Get him! Get him! One on each leg. Okay, out! Jump! Jump, jump! Jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. Sit.
They're very strong.
Sleeve now. So who's our other two volunteers?
Over there.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So for you, you get the puppy sleeve.
puppy sleeve.
You only get one job.
Bigger sleeve.
I thought you go to the gym.
We're moving around too.
Better use your
What's
forearm.
wrong with it? Sleeve is wrong. Slide the crease into him.
San Ramon, that guy's old.
Yeah. Watch your fingers, okay?
Ready? Ready?
Slide the legs.
Get him!
No, down.
Oh.
So Afro, marker.
Body odor.
Mark. Get him!
Good. Get him, man.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, last one.
Uh-oh.
boy, you got the big one.
Two dogs coming at this.
Ready? Mark. Ready? Get him there! Get him!
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Get him!
Out.
That was scary.
Where's our volunteer? Hip car.
Oh, there, Marlo.
Use the notes? Use the notes, yeah. Use the notes. So like Tuhai was saying, you know, when you're approaching a dog, you don't want to look him straight in the eye. And also another thing that you don't want to do is do sudden movement, okay? Because to them, if you're moving really fast, all of a sudden, it's going to be like you're going to be lunged, or it looks like to them that you're going to be prey, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that to you right now, what would happen if you panic in that situation. And you can tell too, Ryan is not going to give him any commands or anything, have to do after me. They're going to naturally want to do it, okay? So this is what you shouldn't do, okay? So you see that? So you see how they're intently staring me back into the eye when I'm approaching them? You see that? Automatically they come chasing after me. He didn't say anything, right?
Out! Out!
Yeah, so
Here.
a couple things that I did wrong there. I turned my back and I had my back exposing to them when I was running, and I panicked. You know, I didn't know what to do. And also another thing is like I caused them to move by me just sprinting the other way, you know? So how you should approach a dog if you see two like that, you just come up, don't look them straight in the eye, deliver your package or your mail, and then slowly backing away, keeping them on inside the corner of your eye.
Hell no, I skipped the whole thing.
And just slowly back away.
We're not supposed to approach a dog at all.
No, I'm just saying if there's like a fence or anything like that, just don't assume that that fence is not going to give out. You know, so always be on your guard. Like let's say if the mailbox is right out the front door, because it's getting warm, right? People are leaving their doors open. So when you see that, you know, just slowly back away, right? And don't stare them straight in the eye. Okay?
Right, so in the other seminars we did for you guys were like, well, you guys are using an empty bag. We need mail in it, right, to make it real. We actually have mail in it with those little parcels in it, so it gives it some weight, and you guys can say, hey, it doesn't matter if it is something in there or not. Okay, so as realistic as possible. You can show them whatever is in there, right? Stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. Yes.
There's some packages.
Well, because with the scenarios, they're behind a fence, behind a wall, behind a door. That's the same scenario. If there's a wall here, like he said earlier, don't assume that it's gonna hold, because they can bust through that window, they can knock down that gate if they have to, right? So just remember, back away slowly, and your bag should be ready, available. So just because they're barking, it doesn't mean they're gonna automatically eat you. They want to already, but now that you're smarter than them right now, back up slowly, just like he did. Keep it in your side of your vision, and hold the bag ready. Right? Your bag is gonna be your best friend. Okay?
Okay, so in our next scenario, we're going to go ahead and show you how to use the bag as a barrier. So this is always going to have to be in front of you, okay? So dogs, like Ryan said earlier, they're naturally very lazy animals. They're going to get whatever's going to be closest to them, okay? So if you keep the bags right in front of you, and if you shake it like it's a toy, they'll be more enticed to come after the bag. Because if any of you guys have dogs here, you know that when you play with the dog and you shake it, they get into it more, right? So you want that same concept to apply to this bag as well, okay? So if a toy, if you leave it there and just walk away, what do? They don't care for it. You know, they see the next thing that you pick up over here, and they'll come after that one, right? So same thing with the bag. So we're gonna go ahead and show you in this demonstration here how to use it.
Right? And what you don't want to do is, when they're fighting with the bag, don't pull towards you, because if you pull towards you and that makes them lose their bite, they have to rebite it again. What you want to do is shake low, left and right. Low, left and right, okay? The higher you pull up, the chances are they're gonna let go and get you again, okay? Because the last one we did, they almost got his hands. They were literally like an inch away from his hands, and he got pretty bad. Okay.
So just side to side like this, okay?
Ready.
So I'm keeping the bag moving, you know? So you see how they're more enticed to go after the bag?
Out it! Come, place.
A question.
Yes.
At that point, are we just shaking it till the owner comes? Or we
That's
back
when
it
you
up
can
with the
you
truck?
can stab him with the pen. Retreat. So we're gonna show you the next scenarios how to get back to your car, to get on top of a car. That's when you take your pepper spray out right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right?
that's when you kind of reassess your situation. It gives you a little bit, that split second of time. So if you could find like a car close by, you could find a hose, something, try to retreat to that. To keep the bag moving and retreat and, you know.
Because you can't stand there forever just fighting them. Eventually, they're going to get rid of this bag and go after you, right? So you want to be able to reassess your situation right there. Okay, so volunteer.
Okay, can we have our first volunteer?
Oh no.
Eddie! Eddie! Doesn't have to be in the same room.
Mr. Single was on light duty, man.
Same thing, get low, get your position right, and then after that you can take it out and move it back. Remember, move it left, right, not jerk back, okay? Because if you jerk back, they're going to want to re-fight.
All right, so just get your handles ready, right? Ready? Ready? Mark. Mark. Right. Even though there's two strong dogs, maintain your grip. Because after this, if only one dog was biting, what would happen to the next one? You go after him, right? You got to keep control of that bag, okay?
That's what not to do.
Throwing something at the dog, does that do anything?
Not likely.
Really?
Maybe it's a small dog, they don't
Like
know what they're doing.
like
but
a
if
rock or your scanner? Like either they're coming, you throw it, and you put it
What happens if
like
you
in front
miss?
of them. Then you got your bag.
They also have your finger.
Yes.
No, I mean, when you see them coming, you're backing up, and you come in and they come in, you throw it, it's distracted, and you still got your bag.
Right? But that's the thing, you're already wasting that. So if they're already coming at you, you're about to throw it and you miss. And then what? And then you lost 2 seconds right there to regrip your bag.
Oh.
Right? Do you want to risk 2 seconds, or you want to have your bag for safety
I
for sure?
I've done that before, so.
All right. So how many dogs?
It was just one dog.
All right. So two dog scenario.
Oh,
If
two, okay.
Yeah. But one dog. If you get in the face, good for you, right? You got some good aim right there.
Well, I
But
actually
if
threw a
not,
rock and got in front of him, and that kind of held him off.
it started him off. It started
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next volunteer.
Volunteer.
Next.
Do we have a lady?
Oscar.
We need a lady.
Oscar Lopez. Come on.
Johnny, what's your scanner?
Whoever scanners right now. Your scanner in her pocket.
Your scanner.
Yeah. Might fall out.
Oh, they'll make it. Got them all day.
Throw it, see what happens.
Might hit the trainer. Hey.
Keep it low.
I'm pulling it before they even come close. That's what I'm doing.
There you go.
Johnny!
Side to side. Side to side.
Side to side.
You did better than Jason.
She got it longer than Jason did.
Out.
He's protecting the experience.
Josie's the champion.
He thought he went to the gym.
Post it on Facebook. Post it on Facebook.
Joni don't even go to the gym.
She's sick right now too.
Oh, man. Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
One time I was supposed to get beaten by a dog and I passed the dog.
Oh, come on.
There he goes again.
All right.
He just likes to talk.
Okay, so no more volunteers to practice this scenario. You might as well take advantage of it now because it's a trained
It
dog.
comes to it, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Okay, Batin.
All right.
Alright, so for him, special, 3 dogs.
Get the other dog out. Where's Abby?
So, take your stance, okay?
That's a big stick.
What is that for?
Side to side.
So now it's hard to handle because he doesn't
has
have
a
the
handle.
handle bag. Right? So now he's just pulling it, right? Because as soon as they let go, it's gonna happen. He's
That's
gonna
what
bite
not to
again.
do.
He's playing with the dog.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, grab the
So
handle
I don't
on
know
the
if you
side,
guys
okay?
saw that, but he was using his strap mostly, and then what he ended up doing was pulling it back. You see that?
side to
Because
side.
when you pull it back, they're gonna want to chomp down, and even if they miss, they're gonna get you, right? Anywhere on your upper body.
In the Philippines, they train us that way.
But with your arm.
Okay, last scenario, we're going to show you what to do and how to retreat back to your truck, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, come.
Gonna have
This way a little.
key.
Oh, full, but then full, full.
It's locked. Oh, that's your
Okay, so let me explain this scenario. So I understand that most of the time you guys are not going to be right next to your truck, right? But if there is a truck right next to you, this kind of just illustrates how to retreat back to it. So the same thing applies similar to the previous scenario. You still want to shake your bag and stuff, and this is how you reassess. And then if you see a car there, you could jump on top of it. If there are trash cans, kick it over. So this just gives you a couple minutes to think, and then I'll just retreat back to the truck in this scenario, okay?
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Okay. Oh, and in previous demonstrations that we had too, they're like, what if the truck's locked because we didn't have it locked the first time? So this time we have it locked, and you guys gotta have it locked as well, okay? Ready, mark it. Get it. So keep shaking.
wrong key.
So calm.
That's a key to the Lexus.
So I'm not gonna release it until I get inside the truck, okay?
So if you notice, he kept the dog on the side of the vision, and he never turned away from the dog, right? Because if you start doing this, you're trying to get to your truck, you can't see him anymore. So make sure when you're backing up, back up, facing the dog, okay? Okay, out, come, heel.
Okay, brave volunteers for this last one.
No.
We need at least two.
We need at least two. Remember, take advantage of us while we're here now, okay? Because when you guys are on the job, it's going to be very different.
Eddie, you guys funny. All right, all right.
Oh. All the women are brave.
Wherever you normally
This won't make her probation.
How about chin?
Until now.
get back there. Once you get too near the car, you can drive.
Man, you stop at train well, huh?
Stand so you don't fall over. And then when they come, you just saturate.
When I say aggressive dog, I just
Move it left and right.
grab a bunch of gravel.
No, I always carry a couple rocks in my thing. That actually shit, it works.
Actually, you can get a little bit closer. Okay.